Hanging out with your girlfriends has never been more fun. Throw in some yummy, delicious chopped up fruit, homemade fruit dips, as well as some delicious adult drinks, a good movie, and you're ready for a good time. And I'm here to show you how in these quick, easy trips. We're going to start this party off with some quick dips. This one requires some Cool Whip, some cream cheese, any kind will do. I prefer fat-free, as well as some pudding mix. I use vanilla. You can actually use any flavor you want. You also need a mixing bowl, a spoon, and a serving dish. So we're going to take our mixing bowl and we're going to put only half of the Cool Whip tub in there, preferably thawed. It's a lot easier to mix. It's about probably 4 ounces of Cool Whip. You're also going to need about 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I did not think this through when I was recording it because you could not see me doing this. But this, I believe, is about a 4-ounce tub. And I am using Philadelphia fat-free cream cheese. It doesn't have to be this kind or this brand. I am just very brand loyal to Philadelphia cream cheese. So we're going to sit here and we're going to mix this up. We want to mix up the cream cheese and get it all nice and creamy. You don't want any lumps in this, because then you'll taste more cream cheese than you will the sweetness of the Cool Whip. Alright, next you're going to add the pudding mix. We're not going to make the pudding, we're just adding the mix to it. Pour that all in and mix it up. And be very careful when you're mixing this up, because if you mix too quick, all the powder is going to fly everywhere. So what I suggest is a simple folding motion until it's combined, and then you're just going to sit there and mix it all up. Make sure you mix this one up really well, because it'll taste really gritty if you don't. And into the fridge it goes. And this is going to sit in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. Alright, we're ready to plate this little guy. So we're going to take this cute little serving bowl that I found at the Dollar Tree. This came in a 2-pack. This is actually like a salsa dip container. Spoon this in here, and see, it doesn't have quite the consistency of Cool Whip and not quite the consistency of a whipped cream cheese, but it's still really, really good. Put it in your bowl, and you're done. See? Couldn't get any easier than that. Now we're on to cream cheese chocolate chip dip. I actually made this in a filling for a wonton fruit dip wrapper, and it was really, really good. So I figured this would be good without the fried wrapper. Again, you need Cool Whip, some cream cheese. I'm using the Philadelphia whipped, and I actually recommend that one for this recipe. You will also need some chocolate chips, a mixing bowl, so we're going to take the other half of that Cool Whip container and we're just going to plop it into this bowl. No need to waste it. And guys, if you need to make this bigger, just use the whole container instead of half. We're going to take this Philadelphia whipped cream cheese and we're going to take half of this container, and again, this is about 4 ounces of whipped cream cheese. And you want the plain cream cheese, you don't want flavor. Mix this all up, and I know the whipped cream cheese is a lot easier to use than the cream cheese in the previous recipe, so this should mix up fairly easy and come into a nice fluffy consistency pretty quick. Now the best part of all, we're going to add the chocolate chips. There is no recommended amount of chocolate chips for this recipe. This is however much you want to use. You can use as little or a lot as you want. You can use milk chocolate, you can use white chocolate, you can use peanut butter, you can honest to God use any type of chocolate chip you like. I just use the standard little mini chocolate chips. Pop it in the fridge. Sit in the fridge along with the other one for about 2 to 3 hours. Let's get this bad boy into a cute little serving bowl. This consistency is kind of hard to explain. It kind of looks like cottage cheese, but it's not. It's not cottage cheese. It's the consistency of the whipped cream cheese, and that's the consistency you want. If it's too thin, it's going to be just like the Kool Aid. Alright, this, guys, cannot get any easier. This is going to be our chocolate sauce dip. For this dip, you're going to need 2 different types of chocolate sauces. I use a hazelnut chocolate spread and a chocolate peanut butter spread. Couldn't get any easier, guys. Plop a huge spoonful of it in a bowl. This is just one of those cute little salsa serving bowls that I found from Dollar Tree. There's, again, no right amount to this, just however much you want, and it also depends on how many guests you have will determine how much of this chocolate dip you need. Put it in the microwave. That's it. Put it in the microwave, close the door, and it's going to be about 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, it should be pretty liquidy like this. If it's not, try putting it in there for increment bursts of 10 seconds. You want it to fall off your spoon. Easiest part of all, aside from the chocolate dip, we're going to chop up some fruits. So, for this, you're going to need a cutting board, some fruits of your choice. I'm going with some green apples, some strawberry, and a banana, or 2. Alright, guys, the easiest way to do the strawberries, slowly take a paring knife and chop the top portion off. You can leave them like that, or you can slice them in half. I think the slicing them in half makes it easier for people to share, and they don't feel awkward shoving a huge strawberry in their mouth. Now, if you are not old enough to be working with a knife on your own, please, please, please get an adult to do this portion for you. Same way we did the strawberries, we're going to do the bananas. We're just going to sit here and we're going to slice these bad boys up. And my bananas are a little bit overripe. They're starting to get those weird little brown spots on them, but that's okay. They're still tasty and still delicious. Now onto the apples. There's 2 different ways you can cut these apples. When you're cutting them first, you want to get the core out of the apples, and I just do that by laying a quarter of it on its side and then slicing in a diagonal, and then on each side, and that will make the core pop out so that you're not getting seeds of that hard core center. And with each quarter, I'm going to slice that quarter in half, and slice each of those halves in half, and slice them into thin slices. And that's one way to do it. If you want to serve people slices of apples, that's probably the best way to go about doing this. I didn't like the slice idea, so here's another way to do it. Go ahead and core the apple just like I showed you with the slices of apples. Slice the quarter down the middle, and then chop it into squares. I know what you're thinking. Becca, I still have 2 empty spots in my container. What am I going to fill them with? Well, we're going to fill them with roasted salted almonds because they're healthy and delicious, as well as some yummy Jet Puff mini marshmallows. Alright, and now it's time to decorate the tablescape, and I'm doing this in my living room on my square coffee table, and I am having the hardest time getting this stupid tablecloth on there. If you guys are on a budget, check out Dollar Tree or Dollar General or whatever little dollar store you have near you. I got this huge rectangle tablecloth for $1. And don't forget, you need your fruit platter that you just did. I'm going to take this cute little mug that I had in my cupboard. We're going to fill it up with some cute pink forks and spoons. Or spill them all over the table if you're like me in a class. It doesn't have to be pink. The tablecloth doesn't have to be black. It's whatever color scheme you're going for. Your friends going to eat their stuff off of? Well, of course, you're going to need some plates. Clean up any messiness that may happen from eating the dips. You're also going to need some napkins. And I kept everything color coordinated in black, white, and pink. Now don't forget, you want to lay your dips out, and I kind of ended up doing this to where we had 1 cream cheese dip in between each of the chocolate dips. Probably my favorite part, the wine. Now, I picked 2 different types of Arbor Mist wine. One was pink and one was black. It was a pomegranate Pinot Noir as well as a raspberry Moscato. Again, if you're not old enough for drinks, fruit juices or, you know, mini mock cocktails, whatever you want to do. Final last touch, a delicious smelling candle. This is by Febreze. I don't remember the name of it. It's one from their spring line. I just pulled it out because it was pink and it fit and it smelled delicious. That's that, guys. It could not get any simpler. You have a nice glass of wine for those of you that are old enough, or a nice glass of soda, some cute plates and some delicious food, some yummy homemade dips that you made yourself, and everything matches. If there's anything else you guys need, just let me know.